You walked in for milk and bread. You walked out $40 lighter carrying a bag of stuff you didn't know you needed until about 90 seconds ago. That wasn't an accident. You didn't get distracted. You didn't have weak willpower. You walked into a building that was engineered, down to the tile on the floor and the temperature of the air, to separate you from your money. And it worked. It works on almost everyone, every single week. I've spent a long time pulling apart exactly how grocery stores do this. And once you see these tricks, you cannot unsee them. The next time you walk into a store, you're going to catch them in the act. The smells, the layout, the prices that end in 99, the music that's slower than you think. All of it is aimed at one thing, getting your hand to reach for something it wasn't going to reach for. So let's walk through the store together, from the second you hit the front door to the moment you're standing at the register wondering what just happened. Here is every dirty trick your supermarket uses on you. Dirty trick number 1. The decompression zone. It starts before you've bought anything. The first few steps inside almost any big grocery store are weirdly empty. Maybe some flowers, a stack of seasonal stuff, a display you barely look at. Retailers call this the decompression zone, and it's deliberate. They know you're still carrying the outside world in your head, the parking, the traffic, your phone. So they give you a buffer of low-value space to let your guard down and shift into shopping mode. Here's the catch. Anything placed in those first few feet barely sells because you're not ready yet, so they don't waste good product there. By the time you're actually paying attention, you're already deeper in the store, right where they want you. Dirty trick number 2. Flowers and bakery. The smell trap. Notice what's usually right near the entrance? Fresh flowers and the bakery. This is not about convenience. Fresh flowers and warm bread hit you with color and smell the instant you arrive. It signals fresh, wholesome, we bake here, we care. It puts you in a good, trusting mood, and a good mood makes you spend more freely. The bakery smell? That's the heavy hitter. The smell of fresh bread and pastry triggers hunger, and a hungry shopper is a store's dream. Studies on shopping have shown the same thing your gut already knows. When you shop hungry, you buy more, and you buy worse. Some stores even pump or vent that bakery smell on purpose so it reaches you the moment you walk in. They're making you hungry before you've grabbed a single item. Dirty trick number 3. The cart is too big on purpose. Grab a cart. Ever notice how big they are? Shopping carts have quietly grown over the decades, and not because you asked for more room. There's a simple psychological trick here. A big, empty cart feels like a job you haven't finished. A half-full cart looks sad and bare in all that space, so you keep adding to fill it up. Make the cart bigger, and people buy more. It's that blunt. When cart sizes were increased in tests, spending went up. So that giant cart you're pushing, it isn't built for your convenience. It's built to make whatever you've bought so far feel like not enough. Dirty trick number 4. The essentials are always at the back. You came in for milk. So where's the milk? All the way in the back. Eggs? Back. Bread? Usually the far side. The things almost everyone needs, milk, eggs, bread, basic staples, are placed as far from the entrance as possible and usually spread apart from each other. This is the oldest trick in the building. To grab the 3 cheap basics you came for, they force you to walk through aisles of everything else. And every aisle you pass is another shot at an impulse buy. It's the same reason the milk is at the back corner and the eggs are somehow on the opposite wall. They're not disorganized, they're making you take the scenic route right past the cookies, the chips, and the stuff on sale. Dirty trick number 5. Eye level is buy level. Now look at a shelf, really look at it top to bottom. The products at your eye level are not there by luck. Brands pay for that space. It's some of the most valuable real estate in the store. The expensive, high-profit, big-brand stuff sits right where your eyes naturally land. The cheaper options, the store brands that cost you less, banished to the very top or down by your ankles. And there's a second layer to this. Go down to a kid's eye level, the lower shelves in the cereal and candy aisles. That's where the colorful characters and sugary cereals live. They're aimed straight at the shortest shoppers in your cart, who will then do your marketing for you by asking for it 20 times. The shelf isn't random. Every height is a decision, and the most profitable items are placed exactly where they'll catch the right pair of eyes. Dirty trick number 6. The price that ends in 99. You know this one, even if you pretend it doesn't work on you. $4.99 instead of $5. $2.99 instead of $3. It's called charm pricing, and the reason it survives is simple. We read left to right, and that first digit anchors us. $4.99 lands in your brain closer to $4 than $5, even though it's basically $5. 1 cent of difference changes the whole category your brain files it under. It feels too dumb to actually work. That's exactly why it's everywhere. Decades after everyone knows about it, that 9 is still on almost every price tag in the store, because the data keeps saying it moves more product. Dirty trick number 7. Fake sales and the anchor price. Here's one that costs you real money. The sale that isn't a sale. Watch for the sign that shows a price slashed out, with a bigger number next to a smaller one. Your brain sees the big original price first, that's the anchor, and then the lower price feels like a steal by comparison. But here's the trick. That anchor is often inflated or barely ever the real selling price. The deal was designed backwards. Pick the price they want, then invent a higher one to cross out. Then there's the multi-buy. 2 for $6. Your brain reads it as a deal and assumes you must buy 2 to get the price. But very often, a single one is just $3 anyway. They've nudged you to buy double what you needed for 0 actual discount. And limit 5 per customer? That word limit makes the item feel scarce and special, so people grab the max, even on stuff they'd normally buy one of. It's scarcity that doesn't really exist printed on a sign. Dirty trick number 8. The slow music. Listen next time. The music in a grocery store is usually slow, slower than your normal pace. This is studied, and it's real. Slower background music makes shoppers move slower, linger longer, and put more in the cart. Speed the music up and people move briskly and buy less. Slow it down and they drift, browse, and spend more. The store isn't playing relaxing music to be nice to your ears. It's setting the tempo of your feet. And a slower shopper is a more profitable shopper. No clocks on the walls, no windows in plenty of big stores. Nothing to remind you how long you've been in there. Just like a casino. Lose track of time, and you lose track of your spending. Dirty trick number 9. The checkout gauntlet. You made it. You're at the register, and they've saved one last ambush for you. The checkout lane is lined with candy, gum, drinks, magazines, little impulse junk. And by now, your willpower is drained. There's a real effect where making decisions all trip wears down your self-control, so by checkout, you're easier to tip over. That's why the cheap, grabbable temptations are right there at the end, exactly when you're least able to say no. And the line itself helps. You're stuck standing there, with nothing to do but stare at the candy. Even the card machine plays along. Paying with a card or your phone hurts less than handing over cash. You don't feel the money leave the same way, so you spend more. None of this is the finish line by accident. It's the last squeeze. Dirty trick number 10. Loyalty cards. You're the product. And then, the loyalty card. The member price. The app. That little discount feels like the store doing you a favor. It isn't. In exchange for a few cents off, you hand them a complete record of everything you buy, when and how often. And that data? It's gold. It tells them exactly what you'll respond to, what coupons will pull you back in, and how to price things just for you. Sometimes the member price is simply the normal price, and the higher regular price exists only to make the card feel worth it. You're not the customer getting a deal. Your shopping habits are the product they're collecting. So here's what's wild about all of this. None of these tricks are illegal. None of them are even secret, really. They're just invisible, running quietly in the background while you think you're making your own choices. But now, you can see them. The bakery smell at the door, the milk hidden in the back, the giant cart, the 99 cents, the slow music with no clocks, the candy at the register. Once you know the moves, the spell breaks, and you go from being played to playing it right back. A few simple things beat almost all of it. Eat before you shop. Bring a list and actually stick to it. Check the top and bottom shelves where the cheaper stuff hides. Do the math on those 2 for deals, and grab a basket instead of a cart when you only need a few things. Small moves, but they'll save you real money every single week. If this changed how you'll see your next grocery run, stick around, because supermarkets are just the beginning. Almost every place you spend money is running a playbook like this one, and I'm going to break down all of them, one by one. Your car dealership, your gym, your favorite app, the airline, the hotel. They all have tricks just like these. Subscribe, and let's catch them in the act together. And next time you're in that store, watch for the trap. Now you know it's there.